So it's been a very, very busy week. We've had 4 of the Mag 7 names reporting. We've had an FOMC decision. We've had a Fed chair pick. So let's get a view from the floor right now. Peter Tuchman is joining me. What do you make of it all?
You know what? It's a lot. It's a lot. The market has had sort of a bit of a roller coaster January. So we've been trying to find some directionality, and we really still haven't gotten it, right? We know there's this old adage on Wall Street, how January goes, so does the year, right? And that's sort of a seasonality thing, and which means that if January is a positive month, then historically the rest of the year is one. I don't know if we're going to eke that out yet. So I'm not going to put a lot of onus on that. I think the Fed chair, it's kind of a curious pick for Mr. Trump, because we were obviously looking at a much more dovish pick, and this gentleman is more hawkish. In fact, in his old life as in the Federal Reserve, he then went on to the private sector and apparently sort of did a bit of a pivot to more of a dovish person. So it was just a curious pick. He was not the most dovish of all the people that Mr. Trump could pick. I would have thought that would have given us a little bit of a boost here in the market, but I think what's weighing on the market is these earnings on Mag 7. Obviously, Microsoft's worst day in a long time, and really softened guidance has put a lot of pressure on the market.
Microsoft, $357 billion worth of market cap wiped out in one day. That was
Correct.
The second to Nvidia post DeepSeek.
Right.
What do you make of these reactions that we're seeing? I mean, Apple is lower off the back of record sales. What gives?
So look, a number of things. It's the same thing that we saw last quarter when you saw Palantir 7 days into the earnings on November 3rd. It rallied, and then it had record blowout earnings, and it sold off 8%. I don't want to read too much into it, because what ended up happening that time was that started this whole thing that, oh my God, if that's the case, AI may not be real, right? No. What happened is it rallied into the earnings. There's an old thing on Wall Street: buy the rumor, sell the news. When you've got a stock that rallies 7 days into great earnings, where more can the stock go? People have been in the stock all year. It's up over 200, 300, 400% for the year. Why not take profits? So I wouldn't read too much into the fact that Apple's earnings were blowout and it sold off. More for the fact that there's a lot of fragility in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty, right? We've got a lot of moving parts here, and I would think that that Apple shareholders are more looking at the fact that if you lump the Mag 7 all together and you've got that sector under pressure, why not take profits where you can, and why wait for the market to start breaking down? So I think that Microsoft, it's like we saw that where Nvidia goes, so does the market. You've seen that there are some names that can, not only sell off or rally on their own, but it can take the whole market with them. And so I think that's what you're seeing.